All right, it's a Friday evening. I was bored, and for who doesn't know me, I am doing a 60-day challenge where I'll be posting one video every day just to become more comfortable in front of the camera. So if you want, you can check the series. I put a card on the top of the screen. Now, what I kind of want to do is I don't have a personal website. So what I was thinking, I will just create a personal website with React Next Supabase and then also add a blog where I can publish all the notes of the challenge. So I would have like a small CRM, a small user interface, and then the landing page itself with just the projects that I have. And then we can, yeah, work this out together. I was like, I have nothing to do on my Friday evening, so why not just start building this? Okay, so what I want to do, I start with Super Whisper and Claude. Maybe I just make a project for it. I have some more ideas for my own dashboard, but we can do that later. Okay, so I will start prompting. Okay, I want to build my personal website for Robin Schuchman. That's also the domain, robinschuchman.com. Basically what I want is just a landing page with a simple blog. We also need an admin dashboard where I can manage the blogs. I want to use TipTap Editor. I'm familiar with it, so let's import this. I want to build the project with Supabase, React Next, and Shed CN UI, just to make things easy. I just want a quick landing page so that for my 60-day challenge that I'm currently doing, can upload all the notes on my website as well and the video. So if you can help me map out a small database structure and map out the whole project scope, so then we can start coding it in Cursor AI. Thank you. So now it will just start scoping it out. I kind of don't need the database table. I'm just gonna record everything. Like whoever wants to watch this, feel free. Okay, so that will map out. So what I always like to do is go to Dribble and log myself in. So Dribble is just a inspiration website for website design, right? So personal website, clean UI. Let's see if it comes back with something. Otherwise, I'm just going to prompt it in Cursor because I don't really care that much. I like this. I will change it later though. Okay, let's wait until this is done. I don't know what's actually making the components. That's not what I need. Let's see if there's any more. I just for now just want it easy and clean. Let's just stick with this one. I like this design. So those are 3 companies. I just want to link to them from my homepage. Then I'm working on that. Now make the full technical brief so I can import this into Cursor. And then because I just want Cursor to map out the database. Definitely it doesn't know how to write my name. Just gonna copy this because the rest I don't really need. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna create a folder and then I open Cursor and then I'll be back with you guys. Okay, so this is Cursor AI. I created a folder, Robin Schuchman website 2025. Basically what I'm gonna do here, make sure you use agent. I think now it's by default. I'll select 3.7 Sonnet. And basically I will just copy this in. And so basically here we're gonna build a personal website. On the homepage, I just want a clean hero section, showcasing my picture, who I am. Then maybe one section about me, then a section with my companies and a footer. I don't think I need to add more there. Then in the header menu, I just need home, about, blog. And then for the admin dashboard, I need a way to figure a super small CMS where we can manage my blog post, categories, just basic. And also I would like to use the TipTap editor just to make sure that we can edit the content properly. I would like to use Shed CN UI and I like to use Supabase, but make sure we use SSR. Also make sure that we use the latest version of React and Next.js. And then please help me map out the project and then start building the project together. Okay, so now we'll just press send and see what it starts doing for me. I'll make it slightly bigger. Again, I'm not a developer. I just like to play around with those things and I just quickly need a personal website. So here, what you do is just run the command and just follow the processes. Here you need to get in the terminal, then you just wait. So now basically it's just installing all the packages for Next.js. So we don't have to do it ourselves, like Cursor would actually help us with it. This is already wrong. So I know this from previous project. I think auth helpers is old So what I kind of want to do is Supabase SSR, and then please check. And then it will read the documentation of Supabase, and then it will install the right packages. See, so now it's Supabase.js and Supabase SSR, and it's skipping the old auth helper. Like I had some issues with my previous project, so that's how I know. For whoever is a developer and they like dark mode, I still cannot get used to dark mode. Like I used to be a big fan of dark mode, but since a year, I cannot. So if you don't like the light mode, I'm very sorry. Here we just go with neutral. I'm just preparing the whole thing, right? So it's just installing all the packages from Shadzy and UI, then React, and everything that we kind of need for the. So this is the folder structure we came up with. Apparently it cannot create it. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do, maybe I just split screen this. We open Supabase, go to dashboard. I already have an account, but if you don't have, just create an account, press create project, organization, website, pick a strong password. I'm based in Southeast Asia, so yeah. So then what you do is just wait. I'm not gonna copy the full key, or at least not show it to you guys. But basically what you wanna do, later you get a .environment file, and you just wanna copy paste those, so then the code can connect to your database. Let this just do the work. One thing you have to do with Supabase is if you go to authentication, policies, no, sorry. I think they changed it. So email, don't need to confirm email. Like it's just for myself, because otherwise what's happening, Supabase will send out an email and then you have to first verify it. But just because it's only gonna be me using this dashboard, I'm not gonna need this. So Supabase is good to go now. Just gonna wait. What I actually want to figure out is the MCP server, because apparently there's something new called MCP, and it allows you to, from cursor, directly make changes to the database. Because how I used to do it is just copy the SQL, paste it in the SQL editor, and then this is how I would create the tables in the database. But apparently I think you can do it automated now, which would actually save a lot of time. Sorry, it's taking long, but I think we should be very happy that it's taking a little bit longer and we don't have to do it ourselves anymore. That's the beauty of being able to develop without actually coding knowledge in 2025. So basically it's now making all the components, right? Just to, so Supabase auth is just how we authenticate. This is the navigation bar. This is the footer. This is the sidebar for in the dashboard. Okay, so actually because it has too many outputs, now what it's saying, like you can resume the conversation. So basically it stops automatically after 25 calls and then you can actually just resume. So what I'm referring to that I want to store. So in my challenge here, I have notes from every day. Basically, I also just want to add the tools and whatever I use so that whoever's watching this and they want to see what I'm actually talking about, they can just refer to the website and I can link to my page just to make it easy for everyone. I think it should be almost done since it's quite a small website, right? Do you guys, if you have a personal website, do you have it with custom build or do you use something like Webflow or WordPress? Like I've been an SEO consultant now for 6 years. I used to have a personal website with Webflow, thinking that I actually had to have this to get clients, but usually clients always would just be through referral, or like I never had issues regarding finding clients. Also, I did a lot on Upwork. So if anyone who's watching this and they're starting out or they're curious on how to find clients, or they want to learn more about SEO or more about automations, yeah, please let me know. Also, if you would like more information on cold outreach or anything related to marketing, I basically, I ran a few companies and basically did it from A to Z. So if you're curious, just let me know and I'm happy to explain. Hopefully it's almost done. So basically it's already creating the full website, right? So if we look in the app folder, we have app site dashboard. So site is the main page, which we have a folder for blog and companies. Then we have the main page. We have the dashboard. Oh, it's actually adding a type challenge. I don't think it completely understood what I meant. Now it's creating the blog listing page. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna pause this for a bit. Whenever this is done, I'll get back to you guys. Okay, cool, so it's done. The only last thing that it asked me is to create these folders for placeholder images. So basically it's now saying like, okay, we built the homepage, we built the blog, we built the admin dashboard, authentication, company pages, and it built a project with what I requested it for. Yeah, so now the thing that we need to do is create a Supabase project, then add your Supabase URL profile and company images. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add this to the environment file. So basically what it's referring to is this file, this one. So as you can see, it's requesting the Supabase URL and anon key. And as mentioned before, you can find this, you can find this here, right? So you just copy, I can copy this one for you guys, just other key, I cannot. So basically just replace your Supabase URL. That's it. And then I'm gonna replace the other key and save it. And then we continue. Okay, so let's see if it actually wrote the SQL. Don't think so. Can you give me all the SQL so that I can add it into Supabase? So here you can open a new terminal, and basically what we still need to do is PnP install. Already up to date, so then we do PnP build. So then it's basically building the project. We can see that the Next.js version is 15.2 as I requested. Now in the sidebar here, it's populating the database table. So we have authors table, we have categories, we have posts, we have media, challenge days. I'm not sure what's that for. I think it kind of misunderstood, but what you now can do, it's fairly easy. So I want to figure out later the MCP stuff, but you go back to Supabase, you go to the SQL editor, just paste it in, success. So no rows returned. Go back here because we got quite some errors. So let's see. What I always do is just copy paste it in, and then can you fix this error? Make concise changes. It's actually crazy, right? Like I only followed a few developer courses like 2 or 3 years ago, just because I had my own startup. It was an SEO testing tool. Basically I had to instruct a development team of 3 developers, and I just wanted to understand the possibilities and blocks, etc. So I just took a Vue.js course, a Python course, and Next.js and React, just to understand, like, if I'm talking to the developers, what it's actually about. So I have basic knowledge, right? Like I understand a few principles, but I could never just write a project myself. But now, just with some prompting, I can go a whole end, which is great. Like we're living in an amazing time. It's actually correcting a lot. I'm gonna let it do its thing, and then once it's done, I'll just get back to you. Okay, so it's basically saying that all the errors should be fixed. I still see problems here, but let's just see again to run a build. Still issues, but I can run a dev server. I'm just gonna do this split screen. Okay, so basically I can run it, but it's saying that we don't have a page. So when I run, so I think it's saying that there should be a page in the main folder. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Definitely got my name wrong. So first thing that I want to fix before we move on is to change my name all over the application. I like to just run it here. This is not centered at all. There's no footer, there's no header. There we go. Again, guys, maybe if it's all done, I'm just gonna style it properly the way I like it. I just need a quick landing page where I can store this information, and then I can move on with my life. I wanted to do this already for a week, but I kept procrastinating. So here we are fixing it. It's not changing it everywhere though. Okay, so that's done. What I first want to do is public images. Kind of want to remove those. And what I did, so I just upload the company logos, and then I wanted to just update it. Let's see if that works. Image of myself I need to find somewhere. Okay, that doesn't look nice at all. Okay, so now it's gonna create this page first, like the company page, and after that I'll just give it feedback on what to style, and also to get the header and the footer back. Okay, there we go. That looks better. Still a little bit too big maybe. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use Super Whisper talk in the chat instead of typing, it's faster. Okay, that looks great. I would want the company logos in the company card slightly smaller. Also, my company section, I want it center aligned. Now it's more aligned to the left. And I'm missing the header, the navigation, and the footer on the main menu. Can you please resolve this? And then, yeah, then we can move over to the next step. So whoever is currently working with AI tools, please download a tool like Super Whisper. Definitely not sponsored, but I think there's a few other like Whisper, and it just saves so much time, and it's so much easier to just speak out your thoughts instead of constantly having to type everything. Like, it's been a game changer for me. I actually always used to work at a co-working space, but since I'm doing a lot with those kind of AI tools and automations, and I just prefer to work at home so I can just talk to the AI. Funny thing, so I asked him to center align the, now it's keeping redirecting. I asked it to center align the cards, but instead of actual like putting the cards in the middle, they center align the content. So AI definitely not flawless yet. Let's see if this can resolve itself or that we actually need to provide some input. There's our menu. Actually, what I want, I need to figure this out. Like, I'm now listening to very nice lo-fi, copyright-free music. But with the current software I'm using, if I play it, it's too loud. So I need to figure out a software where I can just record it with, and then that would make life easier and also probably less boring for you guys to watch. Okay, so still, I would want some more margin around the footer and the header. And what I meant with the company cards is not the content. I want the content left aligned, just the whole section within this column. I want to be in the center. So my companies needs to be in the center, then the company's cards need to be in the center. Yeah, please help me with that. So what we could already try, I think, if we go to localhost and then dashboard. Okay, so there's a login already. So this is working. What we can do in Supabase is go to authentication, add user, create new user, create the user. Let's see if that works. Okay, that works. Just for some reason, we still have the menu here. This was actually not bad at all. Doesn't work. Create new post. Okay, that works. That's nice. It's not bad at all. Just we need to fix this menu. And it's struggling with the company section. So maybe sometimes what I'm doing is whenever this is not working, I would just open Claude and then put the issue there and have it fixed there. I want to open this in this terminal so I can see the error. So again, PnP dev, so then it will open the dev server. It's still not centered. It also didn't add any margin or padding. I think I made a mistake. I told them to add more margin. Margin is outer, padding is inner. So basically, how to explain this for my project. So let's say we have a box, another box. So this spacing is the margin. Then the inner spacing is the padding. So if I would have text, let's say it's here, and I want to add padding on the left, padding, this will move this towards this side. Margin, if I would add margin, then this box would increase. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's the best explanation, but that's that's the best I can do. Sorry, guys. See, there we go. Now it's in the center. And then I want to change this layer, which is for now it's fine. Here it added more padding, so this is better. Check the about page. It needs my image. It's fine. It has 2 headers now. Let's check the components folder. Layout. Hero. Combination home hero. Maybe it's still making changes. Let's see. If I could remove the content, right? That's more content, right? For the company card, make the logo smaller. I make the cards, like give it less margin around the logos. So the card is like more squared and like looks nicer. That's the final tweak. And then I just want to go to the blog. There's already some errors here. So basically on other pages right now, we have duplicate headers, right? It's not it yet. No, I also added more margin here. Okay, so on some of the other pages, about and blog, I have 2 header menus. Can we look into this? Thank you. Okay, so what I want to check now is the dashboard. We should already be logged in. Yes. I'm not sure if this is already connected to the database, but basically what I want to do is test, 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 test. Okay, so I'm now in the dashboard and I want to create a post. But when I press publish, I get an error. An error occurred while creating the post. Is the database already properly connected? And because we created the environment file, I put all the SQL that you gave me in Zappa base. I'm just not sure if there's ever been code written to actually combine this. I think my pronunciation is not great. Zappa base. I think it understands. There's still some issues with the server, so. Oh wait, let's stop this. What we need to check. So this is the tables, but we don't. How do we check the status of a user? Like, I created one user in the database, but we don't have a way to check if it's actually someone that is allowed to post, right? And I'm also not sure if, because of that reason, we cannot post because we don't have the row level security set up yet. Because I think the issue, what's happening, we created a user, but the user doesn't have any admin level or something. So I think Supperbase has this built in. Like, it's easier to do it this way, actually. You can go to quick starts, user management, then it will create this table with profiles. Actually, maybe let's see what cursor comes back with, but I think this is a good way. Now it's gonna create it for us though. Yeah, so now it's gonna work with that table. So now what it did, it created the table profiles. Now basically I wanna add this one. Let's wait. So basically we need to create a table where we show the profiles because this is just an authentication table. So now what we did, we created a table for the profiles. Did they add anything? I think this is now the full, yeah. So we still got issues. So here you can navigate through the issues. I'm just gonna copy both and say still issues posting. And again, guys, if anyone has feedback on how I'm actually executing this, please let me know. Like, I've been playing around with this for like 2 or 3 weeks. I built one whole directory. I'm now building another directory in public. You can follow that in my other playlist. And then, yeah, if there's any way that you're like, dude, this could be so much faster, please let me know. Okay, so this published now. So if we go to localhost, blog, read more, there we go. Okay, so let's just take example text, day 1. See, that's what I thought. There's no edit screen. When I want to edit a blog, there's no edit page yet. This happens a lot. I realize when I start developing stuff that it will create a bunch, but then on buttons, either the button is not linked to the actual screen or cursor just didn't make the screen yet. Then just simply ask it to create a page and you're good to go. And now probably also, if you go to the database and table, we have a post table. And then if we open this, here's our post. So you can see that it's properly stored in the database, which is good. Now in a second, when this is done, we should have a edit page. There we go. Whatever, day 1. I cannot copy MD. Maybe I can copy it like this and it will paste it. Cannot. So I think this is called .md file. When I want to paste a .md file in the content editor, it doesn't take the formatting. Can we make it work that if I just copy paste it from MD to the editor, that it will automatically adjust the styling? Let's see if that works. I don't know why we have a... Maybe we can play around with the 60-day challenge, that we actually make it something nice with like some gamification. Maybe it's nice to actually do this on the site as well, next to the actual challenge. Tap, markdown. Is this the new one or the old one? Let's see if that works. That seems to work. Thank you, Google. Maybe what also would be nice if that we paste my notes in there, that we have a connection with Anthropic API, and then it would just automatically format it to a blog post. Instead of just having only the notes, we can just push it as a nice formatted blog post. Next step, what we need for the featured image, we need to create a bucket. I think it's called bucket. Storage. Bucket, yeah. So basically bucket is where you store images, videos. Okay, seems the markdown is done. Let's see. Doesn't really... Okay, so it pastes it. Okay, so it's pasting it now, just it doesn't show any styling. It doesn't show any headings. It doesn't show any bullet point list. It doesn't show anything. So it's now just converted to plain text. I need to have the proper H2, bolded words, bullet points, etc. Can you help me with this? Would have been nice if it was a one-taker. I think for today, we're just gonna add the bucket for the featured image URL. Then I am just gonna show you guys how I push it to GitHub. We'll make a GitHub repo. And and then how we connect this to Vercel. I publish it, and then the next video we can start adding stuff to this. Maybe make it look nicer, maybe some animations. And then maybe also gonna figure out on how to actually add music so you guys can enjoy the music with me. I'm also wondering, is anyone else doing this on their Friday evening? It's only 8 p.m. But still. I actually usually go to bed at 9. Like, I value my sleep a lot lately. I used to have big insomnia, but sleep now is very important to me. If it's gonna work, I'm gonna be a happy man. Otherwise, I think what you can do is MD to format it. Wait. I think there's tools where you can just see. Like, it's not the end of the world, but if we can have it in dashboard, I think I can just probably have to do this and then I go, no, actually it doesn't. Oh, all of this doesn't work. Okay, it's saying that it's working now. Here's a test. And let's remove this, then mark paste. Not really, huh? It's not working. Like, I paste it, but still in the editor I don't see any styling. Only bold and italic show. Maybe it's just something to do with the CSS, that it's not displayed properly. Just have a quick check, otherwise we move on to the next topic. Maybe in the meantime we can actually start creating a GitHub. I'm using GitHub desktop. Don't ask me why. I've never wanting to. I tried to just say let's create existing, then put it on my desktop, website 2025. So basically now this is just a checkpoint, right? So basically what this does, it checks the local changes on my local MacBook. Then when I do publish, it will push it to GitHub, and then I can connect GitHub to Vercel to publish my website live. And then I would connect GitHub Vercel to my Cloudflare so I can route the DNS. According to this, it should be fixed. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this will be day 1 test. Not too bad. Okay, that works. Great. Now I want to create a bucket where we can store the featured images, and then in the admin dashboard I want to have an upload button so we can upload the featured image there. Please help me write the SQL to add the SQL to create the bucket in Supabase. Okay, so as mentioned before, I want it to create a bucket where we can store the images. And then what I asked it as well is to here create an upload button. So it's similar to WordPress kinda. So now what we have to do again, we go to Supabase, we add SQL editor, we're gonna remove this. We already imported this. Then copy, paste. So if we check this, okay, it will create a bucket named featured images. Then create again a policy that only authenticated users can store images. And then only authenticated users can update their own images. I should also that public access to read images, meaning that everyone that's not logged in can see the image. Okay, success, no rows returned. I want to change the UI of this. It's not great, but for later. Not important right now. So what's this issue? It's now creating components for us to actually upload this. If someone's watching this and they're like, hey, actually this 60-day challenge page, yeah, maybe we can do this with that. I'm happy to build it if I can. See what toaster, toast hook, etc. I'm not sure. I think we can check here. Components, toaster, toast. There's a notification here. What we need it for, I don't know. Maybe we get notifications if there's an error with uploading the image, or this also needs styling guide. Also, what I didn't add is the categories, but that's for next time. This we also need to style. Say it's not bad. It fetched information from the Claude API. We don't do visa support, we don't do housing assistant, but also it's in shipabroad.co, not .com. So curious to the heading structure. H1, H2, our services, H3. See, even this, it's doing great for SEO. Like it's just the footer. This shouldn't be H3s. But I think we're off to a good start. Just this. Nah. So what I would want to change from a UI perspective is this image. Maybe I want to make this one section, like full width column. Then remove the margin and spacing here. A little bit padding here. Maybe 16 pixel total. And then make those cards look nicer. the company page is nicer, the about page nicer. It's also not in the center, like there's way more margin here than on the left side. But for working on it for 1 hour, not too bad. Okay, so we'll go back to dashboard. I'm just gonna publish it today, guys. This is also working. Challenge days, media items. The whole goal of this video is just to show you that without any coding knowledge, it's not that bad to, not that difficult to create a website. If you go more in like very advanced coding and stuff, probably AI is not ready for that yet. Like probably code will be very clunky. I'm just saying, just start learning. Like I think in the future AI will be way better. It's already good. It will be way better. So just get ready for what's gonna happen. Edit. So now I assume they put it on site. Not a big fan of that. As long as it works, it's fine. Downloads, date edit. Just gonna add the one from day 4 of the challenge, just to see if it works. Then there's no CSS on the front end. Question is, does it store the image in the bucket? It does. Okay, so that's working here as well. Okay, so the image is stored properly. Just I don't like that there's a 2 column in the edit post now. At least put it under each other, or put the title slug excerpt and future image above, and then edit the content underneath. Also in the front end page for the blog post, it doesn't show any CSS, so it's just plain text in the front end. Also in the blog post card, it doesn't show the featured image. So if we can make those changes, would be great. Okay, that's the last tweak that I do before publishing, and then we'll continue tomorrow. Or maybe what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna publish it today. I'm gonna publish tomorrow. I'll make some final tweaks and fix that all the URLs are properly, connect my Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube channel. And also what we're gonna need is to add what I also always like to do is to always end with a trailing slash, just to have consistency in the website. This we need to change in the middleware, I learned. And that also caused many issues with my previous project. Let's go to dashboard. But what I wanted to say is I want to add one field for YouTube URL so that we can actually add the YouTube URL and we can add it to the page. Because I'm not sure if it's true, but I heard that the more embeds a YouTube video has, the better ranking in Google. We're actually testing this with one of my other companies. But if this is working, I'm happy to share the results with you guys. Okay, there we go. It fixed all the issues. So it added proper styling to the blog post. Author, we change tomorrow. If you go back to blog, it added the featured image here. So that's all cool. So yeah, basically now we created a simple landing page. I think tomorrow morning I'll record a new video, maybe 1.5 hour, where we'll make some extra tweaks and finalize all the styling. And I show you guys on how to actually upload it. Yeah, to summarize, we created the landing page. We created a basic CMS where we have a basic dashboard with how many posts. We can add new posts. We can edit the post. We can add images that we store in the bucket. And we added an import function for markdown files. This doesn't work because it's just links to images. Yeah, what I also like to do, I'm not sure if this is the best approach. I'll just add a new chat. I don't need this. There's like 3 problems here. Can you fix those problems? Make concise changes. I don't like it when there's an error. I'm not sure even what it means. It's just like, I don't like this being there. If this is the right approach, I have no clue. It's gonna fix it for me. Also, here's 4 issues. This for tomorrow as well. And this is actually new. I haven't seen this, that it automatically wants to start searching for how to do this. Maybe I should make some notes. So this not 60-day challenge, we'll just make a folder. Personal website, new note. So to do, one is fix the URLs of the website. Add YouTube to the footer. Check social links. That's LinkedIn and X. Post differently for the post table. I want to add feature to add YouTube link to blogs from admin dashboard. Then on the home page, change hero image, change home page design. And then also tomorrow we just publish to Vercel, change DNS records to Vercel in Cloudflare. This is still trying to fix it. Then the company cards. Fix the design of the company cards. Yeah, and then I think that's it for today. Let us just fix this right now. And then tomorrow we're gonna fix those issues, and then I will just start thinking on what actually cool stuff we can add. Like if we can add the time tracker, if we can create a personal LinkedIn recommendation, or if it can, we can think of cool stuff. I actually want to do this beginning of the year, a goal tracker. So I would just set a goal like, okay, hey, every day I get a reminder, and if it's done, I'll pop some confetti in the dashboard or something. And then just also for myself to just make notes everywhere. And so I have my own dashboard with everything that I wanted. We can even put like a nutrition tracker. Like, do I get enough protein? I actually have a lot of ideas for this. Just I need to find the time. Does this actually work? Read my blog? No. Oh, now the whole application is broken, I think. Maybe I shouldn't have done this right before I wanted to end the episode. Okay, we're back. Maybe it's new because I think Next.js is released. Next.js 15 release. End of 2024. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm gonna resolve this. That's it for today. Have a good day and see you at the next episode. This is not gonna be a daily thing. I'm just gonna record whenever I have time. But if you can think of any cool stuff I can add to my own dashboard, please let me know and I'll build it in public. Or as like how I like to say it, learn in public. Cheers, guys.